I diddly ho!
Hey, everybody. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I really thought it was going to be 20 to 30 minutes. It was not. What a journey this has been, only to end up back at the beginning. I will spare you the long tail. If you're in the Discord server, you saw some of it. My Seamans are about to die. No food. No moths to lay more eggs. Nothing can be done. I misunderstood. I thought they turned out to be seeds for a plant. I thought those were like cocoons or something. They never hatched. Realized I was fucked. It's been a long journey of trying to figure out how to make another Seaman save file and bring food over from that one. Like the Seaman save files are copy protected on the VMU. So the Reddit advice, Sonbody, thank you for that. It does not work if you're playing on console. But there is one way to do it, which is pretty neat. You take two of these here little guys, these VMUs, these visual memory units that have this functionality, and it's very fun when you're able to use this. You connect them together, and then you use this display and these buttons to trade items from one to the other. So I did that. But the first thing I tried to do, which is why I'm so late, is to raise another Seaman and progress it to the point where I got the insect cage and just take the eggs over. Because otherwise, I'm just going to be sending food over all the time because there's no way to get insect eggs in my current save file because I have no insects to lay eggs. The insect cage, after like an hour and some change of playing, never appeared. Even though I evolved Seaman up to the point where he's like very chatty. I got to the point where I am in my normal save file. And no goddamn insect cage. So it's kind of frustrating. That's why I'm so late. So after all that, I just had to delete the save file because I ran out of food over there too. I couldn't take it any further. I was like using console clock. I guess I've ended up telling you the whole story. I tried console clock shenanigans to like speed run it and progress time, and I tried to spend some time with him and still chat with him, and like, you know, I gave him a name. I told him the information I told my normal Seaman. They never mentioned the insect cage. It never appeared. Leonard Nimoy didn't say shit about it. So all that to just delete the save file, start again, and just bring the food over. So I only have food. I'll have to go through this again at some point and figure out what went wrong. I got it right the first time. Somehow get a second save file. I guess I wonder if like by speed running it and like maybe not spending enough time in the tank each day, I missed something, and like if you progress so far, maybe you can't go back and get it. I don't know. They would not bring up the insect cage. So I think I'm gonna start raising two Seaman files and just check in every day, and hopefully the other one gets an insect cage in the next couple days. And so the Seaman portion of the stream might, from this point on, be a little bit more extensive because now we're back to plurals. Multiple Seamans on Seamans, two save files. Anyway, that's the tale. That's why I'm late. I'm very sorry. What I've done, Dr. Seuss is unsurprised by the state of events. Oh my god, this is like, I'm so exhausted and starting a stream right now. I almost sent out another message like, I'm so sorry. This was so frustrating and time consuming and exhausting. That I'm going to have to cancel the stream. It's like, I cannot make these people, anyone who actually did wait a full 90 minutes, just to get in here and hear me tell the story of why I'm late. I'm so sorry, really. Anyway, I don't know if they're alive. We're going to find out together. Because based on the console clock, they should be dead. But I reset the console clock. Hopefully that works. I should have 12 or 11 foods that I traded from the other Seaman file into this one via the VMU connectivity. So we're going to come in here and we're going to see, is Seaman alive? And can they eat the food? Please send me all of your, I don't know, whatever you believe in or disbelieve in. Maybe don't send me the disbeliefs. Just get good energy. Cross your fingers. Say a prayer. Hold your breath. let's see. Let's see. Let's see, man. Let's see the man. Okay. All right. Sending C. Don't send me that. I don't need that. I got enough of that. I got 2 slots full of it. 2 memory cards. 2 memory card slots full of the. We're gonna play the game now. Anyway, we're gonna do some true crimes after this.
Good morning. Welcome to the laboratory of Jean-Paul Gasset. This is your second visit today. It is good to have you back so soon. At the moment, the habitat contains 2 gillmen.
Okay.
They are starving.
Yeah.
Feed them at once.
Okay.
Or they will die.
Okay.
So let us head over to the tank.
Let's feed them at once, or they will die. Okay. It worked. That's really cool.
Help! I'm hungry.
It's chow time.
Yum, food.
Go get it. Go get it. Oh, shit.
Faster, faster!
You gotta get in there quick. It's a survival of the fittest
I
situation.
couldn't eat another bite.
Okay, I'm gonna remember that when you say 30 seconds from now, you could use a snack. I'm gonna say fuck off. This is how we got into this predicament in the first place. Hey, buddy. Hi, Bubsy.
Damn it.
Damn it. Oh, also the
What do you
other.
want?
I want to talk. I want to talk.
What's up?
How are you? You're handsome.
I'm kind of hungry.
Get the fuck out of here. No. No, God damn it. So you got me in this predicament in the first place. I'm kind of hungry. They never quit. You can see how I got here, though, right? Well, Mr. June, looks like it's only one at a time. So these are just plant seeds, which I didn't realize, but if you put them in your inventory, which I didn't know I could do this either. I learned a couple of things about the game. I learned a lot more about the game, actually. Apparently, you could just drop these in the tank, and that's how I ended up with this plant, I guess. And I got one over here. So they're not food. So I learned that. Also, I figured out, hey, MegQuest, what's going on? How you doing? Just in time for checking in on the Seamans. I learned a couple things. My negligence, I'm sorry, no such thing. It was not negligence that killed the 2 out of the 4 Seamans. Speed running the other file an hour ago. I missed this, I guess, and I was watching them, but I guess a lot of this happened off, like when I was away from the game. They use their little, like, protuberance sucker thing, and they, like, suck the blood out of one another. Or at least, like, 2 of the Seamans bully, like, and gang up on the other 2, and, like, just bleed them dry. And that's what was going on, and that's why the 2 died. Also, on this save file, the 2 died before my eyes. On the other save file, I came back, and Leonard Nimoy was just like, 2 of them have passed away. I didn't get the trauma and the heartbreak of seeing them die before my eyes. So we've learned some new things about the game. I don't know what you have to do to trigger the insect cage to appear, though. I haven't learned that yet. And the fact that I could, like, play for, like, a week and just the insect cage never appears, and, like, there's nothing in the game to, like, hint at, like, what you should be doing, And Leonard Nimoy is just like, they're starving, feed them. And Seaman's like, I'm starving, feed me. And you're just like, there's no food. And there's no means to get more if they don't mention the insect cage. And I don't know what happened, but I think I glitched through it. Anyway, that's what's going on. Meg, how was your stream? Are you still playing Metaphor? So, I don't know. I think...
Someone over here wants to eat.
You want stars? I'll give you stars.
Hey, Meg, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. How was your stream? Thank you for doing the shout-out, Sunbody. Oh, that's right. You were playing Link Between Worlds. Actually, I did pop in for a second. That's right. I really like your setup for that game. It looks great. The way you make it look like it's being played on a 3DS. That was a really cool overlay. A Seaman between saves. It was super fun. Had a great time. That's awesome. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, everybody. If you haven't been here before, play a lot of retro games, usually on original hardware, on a CRT, which you can see down here. And right now, we're raising a Seaman, and we got into a difficult spot. You worked hard on it. It looks awesome. Well done. Are you, how are you streaming that? Because I'm kind of curious about streaming 3DS games. This is Bubsea, B-U-B-S-E-A. He's a sassy little guy. Oh, yeah. Just so y'all know, on the other save file that I created just as like a sacrifice for foods for this Seaman, I named him Cod Stewart. He never once responded to his name, and now he's dead. Rest in peace, Cod. Citra, pretty good 3DS emulator. I like it. Okay, I'll have to take a look at that. Cool. Did you just start that game? Have you played it before? Hey, buddy.
I could use a snack.
Should I feed him again? I have a lot of food. I want him to be happy. This is how we got here. This is how we got in this predicament. But he just complains. He doesn't talk to me unless I feed him. Right? Are you really hungry? Or are you just bored? First timer, first night. I'm a big Zelda fan. That's awesome. I've wanted to play that for a long time. I've never played that one. I have very little 3DS experience. But it's supposed to be like the sequel to Link to the Past, right? Which I grew up playing that one. That was the first Zelda I ever owned. So I have a lot of love for that game. He's not responding to anything tonight.
My stomach is growling.
I don't know what to do. Should I feed him? Are you gonna let me do this? Are you gonna let me do this? You let me do it. It's chow time. Again. Now that I know I can do this,
Food.
and I could just trade food over from the other VMU, like I guess I'm gonna be even worse about this. I guess. I'm gonna be even worse, more susceptible to his whines and demands.
So full.
Yeah, you just ate 2 meals back to back. How you doing?
Hello.
Hello. Hey, Dusty, what's going on? Welcome. How you doing? Big fish. He's getting big, right? He's not really talking to me tonight, though. He's not feeling very chatty. He just keeps wanting to eat. Hey, Bubsy.
Yes.
What's up?
Nothing.
Where do we go from here? I love you. I love you very much.
Tell me something. Do you like girls?
Yes.
Then do you have a girlfriend?
Yes.
You do have a girlfriend?
Yes.
I'm not surprised, you stud.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Well, I got what I needed. I'm out. I count this stream as a success. I got a little bit of praise from Seaman. Okay. I was feeling stressed all day because I thought he was gonna die. Because Leonard Nimoy is like, he's gonna die. Leonard Nimoy told me that, and I was like, I don't have any food, and I accidentally on purpose, but like didn't realize the consequences of dropping the moth into the tank, and then after the fact realizing, yeah, if you drop your moth into the tank and it dies, there's nothing to lay more eggs for more little baby moths and pupa to feed to the Seamans. I was fucked. Thoroughly fucked. But now, I'm not. So, we're good. But what we're going to do real quick before we transition over to Sunbody's Jank Pick is...
Would you like to save and end the session?
Yeah. We're going to start another Seaman file. And we're going to, every Seaman stream, transition over there. After taking care of Bubsy here, and we're going to raise a sacrificial tank. And we're going to steal their food, and as soon as they have moths, we're going to steal their moths and all their moth babies. So I want you all to think of a name for a good sacrificial Seaman. And just so, again, this is Bubsy that we just saw, and I named the other sacrifice Cod Stewart, and he had been sacrificed. He's gone. He's gone. You know what I want to do, though? Actually, okay. Sorry, a little bit of housekeeping here. This console clock was incorrect, and I've, like, continued to, like, not deal with it because I started the Seaman file, but... Okay, so it thinks it's yesterday at 10:29. I guess we're going to speed run this one a little bit, too. Let's get this caught up. So, okay. Let's make it... I don't want to go too far into the future. Let's make it like... yesterday at like 8 p.m. Let's say 8:30. And then check in. Make sure he's fed and warm. And then I'll bump it forward to this morning, the 26th. Do the same thing. And then I'll change it to the current time. But I think that would be fine. So let's do that. Now watch, this is where something goes awry. Hey Nugget, what's going on? Welcome. I did. Day before yesterday? It's usually like, it happens like clockwork. Did we have a book club? I probably got a haircut. There's something like in my brain that's like, hey, we're about to have a book club. It's time to discuss literature. Can't do that without getting a haircut. Oh, wow. Also, hi. Yeah, how you doing? We're just, checking out Seaman. Making sure. He almost died. Like, he got really close. Right, need a fresh cut for the discussion. Well, it's like, I try to, like, put it off as long as possible. So I think it's, like, every other month, really. Until it just gets, like, unmanageable. And it's usually at the end of the month. Which is when we had the book club. So, yeah, not the fish. No, yeah, the fish. I will spare you the long tail.
Good evening.
But
Welcome to the laboratory of Jean-Paul Gasset. This is your third visit today. Although your care is appreciated, It is not necessary for you to lavish quite so much attention on Seaman. At the moment, the habitat contains 2 gillmen. They are suffering from the cold. Please use the heater to raise the temperature to a more comfortable level. So let us head over to the tank.
I used to cut my undercut maybe twice a month, but it's a hassle, and I want to grow it out now, which is also a hassle. Hair is just a hassle, right? Yeah. That's why I get it cut so short, so I don't have to go back for like 2 months. The cool thing about this Odyssey that I went on today is that it required actually getting batteries for my VMU. I have not been able to play on my Dreamcast VMU since I got my first Dreamcast on 9/9/1999. Because it came with the VMU with batteries in it. And once they went dead, I never changed them. So I think maybe I got a second VMU at some point. So let's just say like somewhere in the year 2000 is the last time I got to play around in a VMU. And then like getting new batteries and popping them in and trading stuff between them was pretty cool. It was...
It's about time.
1999, yeah, 9/9/99, the day of all time. The Dreamcast came out, and so did Final Fantasy VIII. What a day.
Yay!
2 of my favorite things. I also just do it myself in the bathroom, because that's free. I used to do that too. Yeah. I didn't start getting... I didn't start paying for haircuts until I became a teacher. And I was like, okay,
Is it
maybe it's about time to just...
yet?
Because I did get comments from friends
I'm a little
who, in retrospect, were trying to like gently nudge me into maybe going to pay for someone to do it professionally. Because they'd be like, you know, the back is pretty uneven. What happened? Why did you cut your hair again? You know, that kind of thing. And, you know, after the fact, like, oh, yeah, they were trying to be gently inform me that I was doing a shit job. But I think that's awesome that you do it yourself. It's a line from a Regina Spektor song, right? What does it go? Cut your own hair, because that can be so funny. It doesn't cost any money, and it always grows back. Hair grows even after you're dead. I think it's a good life philosophy.
I'm a little hungry.
You're always fucking hungry. You're eating me out of everything I got, and I don't have that much. And there's no moth eggs. I guess okay. Let's drop this in the tank
kind
though.
Of hungry.
We can at least make some new plants. Hey, bro, please stop hacking at your head. I was not even born then, and you didn't change your batteries. They go so fast. It's like crazy. That's my memory of it. I'm going to be curious to see how long these last. Okay, so it's the 26th of January. Let's just see. I will let you all know when this shit goes dead. Because in my memory, it lasted like a couple months, maybe. But I was looking, and like if you take them out of the controller, it seems to help the battery life. But they go really fast. And I was playing around on it a lot because I got Sonic Adventure. And there was like a solitaire game. You can raise your chow on there too. There's cool things you could do with it. Like some games had some neat functionality. Mini games, like with this game, trading stuff from one Seaman Razor to another. With the NFL games, which I never played because I don't really do sports games. But one thing I thought was cool was like when you were playing like local multiplayer, you could pop out your VMU. Each player could, and you could choose your plays on the VMU and put it back in so that the other player couldn't see you choose your plays on the screen. I thought that was pretty neat. Not enough to get me to play a football game, but I can't even say almost. But if I did, I think I would have enjoyed it. Luckily, if I can't see, I just asked my mom. But I've got a mirror on the wall and a handheld mirror, so I can use both to see behind me. Yeah, old battery life, not too good. I need to charge my PSP, but I lost my cables. Oh, that's a bummer. Do they have, like, proprietary, like, special Sony cables, or is there... Can you just get a replacement easily? Yeah, they use two, like, kind of like watch batteries, CR2032s. Like, 2 for each VMU, so I had to go get 4 batteries today. Spent a real hard-earned currency on this Seaman. Anyway, we've dealt with you. We got to go start Seaman number 2. And I want to be quick, because I'm already very late to my own stream. So, let's keep it nice and warm. I'm not feeding you again. Oh, wait, no. I'm not done here. I got to, like...
You know, I could really Eat.
Well, you're
Would
not
you
going
like-
to. You're not going to. Putting my foot down. PS2 and PSP cables are very close, but like 0.5 millimeters difference. Oh, really? Dang. I haven't lost them like gone forever. I just don't remember where I put them. Got a lot of cables. Yeah, okay. I can relate to that. Yeah. I definitely know that feeling. Like, I know I have this, but the idea of trying to like find it and dig it out, I just don't have that in me today. So I guess I'm just not going to use that thing. And that just continues for like months sometimes. You playing anything right now? Okay, so let's, take it to the morning of the 26th. Let's say like, let's say 8:30 in the morning. And then we're almost caught up to the real time. Do I like visual novels? Yeah, I do. You're playing one right now? Oh, what are you playing? I haven't really played that many, but I like the medium. And stuff that's like visual novel adjacent. And it's like structure. Gotta play the Fata Morgana? What is that? I think I probably just said it wrong. And this is a thing. A complex, rapidly changing superior mirage appearing in a narrow band above the horizon,
Good morning.
caused by light.
Welcome to the laboratory of Jean-Paul.
Sorry, I can't
Gattaz.
speak over Leonard Nimoy.
Greetings, and welcome back. You're doing a good job.
Thanks.
At the moment, the habitat contains 2 gillmen. They are starving. Feed them at once, or they will die. So let us head
I guess
over
he
to
just
the-
says that every day now. He freaked me out. Maybe it wasn't as dire of a situation as I thought. A complex, rapidly changing superior mirage appearing in a narrow band above the horizon caused by light bending through sharp atmospheric temperature inversions, cold air below warm air. It distorts distant objects, such as ships or coastlines, into stacked, inverted, or stretched images, often appearing as floating, fantastical structures. What a cool new word of the day. Am I late to the party? Does everyone know this off the... I don't think I've seen this word before. Anyway, I guess we need to search for the game, The House in Fata Morgana. Outcast, thanks for coming in. Thank you for the 45 stream streak. Our poor Seaman. Will the Junebug be able to save him? I did. All's well. They're safe and sound. They're so safe and sound, we're going to make a second Seaman file on another VMU and raise some sacrifice Seamans to give them food. So they I never want to get in this position again. It was very stressful. Is your favorite visual novel? Okay. I will definitely put it on my list then. I have not heard of this. Came out in 2012. Right on. Thanks for the recommendation. I'm playing the 25th Ward, The Silver Case, the sequel to The Silver Case, a game from Grasshopper Interactive. It's in the same universe as Flower, Sun, and Rain, Killer 7. Killer's Dead. Okay. The original Moonlight Syndrome series is unfortunately Japanese only, so I probably won't ever play it. Yeah. That's on my list, but I'm working up to that because I don't know if I'm ready to take on a game of that caliber in terms of the language, but I really want to. Okay. I haven't heard of this one, though. I'll have to put that on my list, too. But you're enjoying it? Yeah, I've not played the first one either. No. Let's see how it runs translated back. Grasshopper Interactive, no game. Okay. I mean, yeah. Yeah, Tonaji Seikai Niarima. Okay, so just saying they're in the same world. Yeah. I guess it's mostly there. But now it's not quite understandable for most people. So, thanks, bot. Anytime full game racks? Right on. I will remember that. I know you're definitely good for RPG recommendations. Let's go in, say hello, leave, get the time up to where it needs to be. So Lollipop Chainsaw, No More Heroes, and the new Romeo's a Dead Man are all loosely linked to it too. Okay, I've not played any of those. Like, I have very limited experience in that universe. I've missed out. I know, like, I'm pretty sure I'll love all those things, but I just never have played them. Hideo Yamaoka does music for it? Oh, really? Okay. I think that's important. He does more than Silent Hill. That's true, but I didn't know that. That's awesome. It's getting higher up the list as we speak.
Give me
I think it's the best game I've ever played in my life. Really? That's awesome. Okay. That's kind of how I felt about... Do you call it a visual novel? 1000 Times Resist. It kind of functions like one in a lot of ways, but for me, like, in terms of video game stories, it's one of the most moving experiences I've ever had.
To thaw. I need to eat something.
Some fumbles, mostly good. That's all we can ask for. The Japan-only collector's copy of 2425, which is both games together, has a 4-disc soundtrack. Oh, dang, okay.
Hey. Food.
It's a new day, so I'll give you some food, yeah.
Hey, thanks.
You're welcome. Yay, food. Hey, Pooparoo, what's going on? We saved him.
That hit the spot. Are you going to starve me to death?
You just ate! You just ate!
Hey!
You're still swallowing your breakfast!
Yes, once again, the sun comes up, and here you are. Hey, happy Australia Day. I'm not making it up.
Today's Australia
If you
Day?
don't believe me, call Australia and ask them.
Australians? Can you confirm? Is it Australia Day? Happy Australia Day. It is? Seaman. Yeah, this one I just call it a visual novel, but it has RPG elements at some points. Okay. Turn-based combat elements?
I'm dying of hunger here.
No, you're not. You're full of shit, and I'm leaving. I'm not going to listen to you
I'm a little
whine.
hot.
Oh my god.
Would you like to
shut the
save
fuck
and
up. Turn-based combat elements, where you need to type in passwords. All your numbers or letters are on a dice you have to spin. Okay. Did you cheat, or you got food some other way? I cheated, because the game fucking cheats. The game fucking cheats. That's all I have to say. So yeah, like when I dropped the moth in the tank, that was the end of my playthrough, because in retrospect it's pretty dumb. Like the moth lays the eggs, and then you raise the eggs. You know, you feed some, you let some grow into pupa, and feed those to the Seaman, and then you need the other ones to grow into another moth to keep laying eggs. You know, the circle of life. When you remove all life from the circle, you don't have anything. So. In my defense, I thought the seeds from the plant were like insect cocoons. I thought I had like 2 or 3 more just cooking, like ready to go. I just had to wait it out a couple more days. And then they never hatched. And then I looked, it's like, oh, there's seeds for a plant. They're not going to hatch into insects. I think I'm fucked. So what I did was I started another Seaman file on another VMU. And then the game has this really neat functionality where if you link 2 VMUs together, like using these connective components here, and then you can use the screen to navigate, and you can like trade inventory with another Seaman Razor. It's pretty cool. It's a game where I can take a really funny screenshot out of context every 5 minutes. Yeah. This game is really weird. I don't quite understand how it works. It's so funny. Yeah, me neither. I'm trying to learn as I go, but I've had some very trying mistakes. It's very weird, and if you hang around another 5-10 minutes, I'm gonna start another save file real quick. get it going, you're gonna see some more weirdness. Can't believe they had this shit for the Sega. Sega, man. Sega through the 90s into the early aughts was like pretty wild. Like they were trying some wild shit. And there's all kinds of stuff on the Sega Saturn. Most of it, maybe all of it, is just Japan only. But there's a lot of weird shit on the Saturn. And a lot of adult stuff on the Saturn. Like some straight up like kind of erotic games, which like don't usually get console releases. There's like a Playboy karaoke game for the Sega Saturn in Japan only, which is just like Playboy models like in the background, nude, and then there's like 5 songs and you can like sing over top. But yeah, it's just like it's just that's the game. So it's the day of invasion, but also like a national public holiday, so that's why they protested. Yeah. Okay, I think that's what we want. That's today. Okay. Now my Dreamcast clock is correct. So I don't have to like think about this anymore. Like, oh, what time is it for y'all? The fish is very dramatic though. He's very sassy, very dramatic, constantly whines. But then occasionally calls me a stud or says, "Hey Pookie," and then makes it all okay somehow. There have been many protests to move the celebration to a different date so that it's not a celebration of colonization, so like it's a day. Yeah. How do you see that going? Like, is there any, I don't know, progress on that front? Because like that's I guess similar kind of thing to what we had in the States with like Columbus Day. Like we kind of want to shift the focus of this holiday to something else that's a little easier to celebrate. The line of life, straight to death, is the line of life. And then it just ends. Like there's no follow-up verse because everything just died. Like Butterfingers like Simba just slips through off of Pride Rock. And that's the end of the story. Is that your favorite one? Sorry, is what my favorite one? See, Australia Day is the 26th of January, but it should really be moved.
Good evening.
I set you completely out of context 25th Ward screenshot? Okay.
This is your second visit today. It is good to have you back so soon. At the moment, the habitat contains 2 gillmen. They appear to be very hungry. So let us head over to the tank.
How do you not cheat at this fucking game? They're always hungry. You only start with 12 food pellets. Like, I ran out of moth eggs almost immediately. Even if I hadn't dropped the moth in, like, would I really have had enough? I noticed, because I tried using it, the Japanese version of this game, they have a special, like, almost like DLC function kind of disc. You can get a Seaman Essa, which means like bait or like food given to a pet, an Essa disc that you just use to get food onto your VMU and then take it into your Seaman game. So they realized they fucked up. Like, you need a whole nother disc. Now, we didn't get that in North America. And it wouldn't let me transfer it from the Japanese Essa disc into the North American release of the game. So I feel like like you got to know exactly what to do and not get like tricked by Seaman complaining about his starvation and not feed him, I guess. And like even then, I don't know. It's really kind of difficult, it seems like.
Oh, sweet oxygen.
It's so easy to run out of food.
Sweet, precious air.
Oh, the Playboy Sega game? The songs weren't very good. And there weren't very many of them. It's like, I need more songs. Like, what is this with 5 songs? It's almost like people buy it for a different reason.
Okay, Finless Wonder.
I'm trying to
Joke's
sing.
over. Feed me.
Yeah, the problem is the day is a combined Independence Day celebration, but Australia got independence on March 3rd, so okay. But you don't think it'll be moved? The protests have been happening since, like, maybe 2012. I mean, you never know. Like, just thinking about, like, our situation, like, it did eventually happen.
I think I need some food.
I guess with some, like, not everyone has accepted
Give
it,
me
so it's like
something to eat. I'm starving.
a gradually changing process, but
Okay,
hopefully the momentum gets
Finless
there.
Wonder. Joke's over. Feed me.
Estes, what's going on? Welcome.
Have food.
Estes, the things I went through today to keep my Seaman alive. The things I went through.
Hey. Food.
I had to go to an electronics store and buy a bunch
Hey,
of
thanks.
batteries to put in my VMUs so I could start another save file on another VMU and then trade the food from the new Seaman tank. Rest in peace, Cod Stewart, the sacrificial Seaman from VMU number 2, over to this because I ran out. I have no food. And I have no, like, there's no future here. I still have to, like, go back and make another sacrificial save file and raise insects and then bring them over here because there are no moths. There's no circle of life here. It's also dry as a bone. Yeah, I don't know who this game is for. Me, apparently. And Estes, not a Mr. Red Eye 75. It wasn't made for him. That's for damn sure. But for some of us. Masochists. Masochists? Yeah. Masochists? Sadists as well. Like, it depends. Like, do you want Seaman to hurt you? Do you want to be hurt by the process of playing Seaman, or do you want to inflict damage on your Seaman? Because you could do that. So, and also for people who are just trying to earnestly love and care for a very strange creature, in spite of it being such a little asshole a lot of the time. It's a pretty toxic relationship,
My
really.
stomach is growling.
I just fucking fed you. I'm getting out of here. Okay. You're done.
Would you like to save and end the
Yes. I need this poster. Amazing emotes. Yeah, if anyone not following Ice Estes, if you're not, you should. One of my favorite streamers, and also the best collection of emotes on Twitch. I think it's just because there's a lack of bank holidays in January. Okay. Also, Australia's still very white. Right, yeah. We all deserve a Seaman evolutionary poster. We do. This is the same evil tactic Red Eye tried. There's no... How do you do it without cheating? That's my question. There wasn't enough food. Leonard Nimoy was like, they're gonna die. And I'm like, I mean, I'm feeding them every time they say they're hungry, and that's how I got in this predicament. They don't give you enough food. How did you do it? I can't believe they're gonna make a third game for the 3DS, and then they just didn't. Well, we're going to be checking out the second game here soon, because it came up on my jank wheel. Ice Dust has put it on there. Very strange. We seem to be raising a primitive man of some sort. That's all I know about it. So, I'm stoked. But, yeah. One Seaman at a time, currently. But we're going to check out Seaman 2. Probably in the next week. Maybe this weekend we'll get to it. Okay. We have to go delete the sacrificial Seaman save and start it again, so bear with me. And then we're going to do some true crime. Streets of LA. Excuse me. Goodbye. Editor, what's going on? Thank you so much for the 10 stream streak. Thank you so much. And thank you for the compliment. How you doing? They should add Seaman to Smash Brothers. You want to smash Seaman? Oh no. What did I just do? Development issues? I think they just realized there was no market. Maybe it was actual literal like Seaman development issues. Like he wasn't evolving according to plan. It got out of hand. Seaman's adult voice is Omega from Sonic. Really? That's a fun fact. I probably would have more fun if I don't know who Omega is. Who's Omega? I'm stuck here. Okay. Sorry. 1 second. Yeah, I'm doing great. Thanks. Hope you had a good day. Just, you know, doing my Seaman upkeep. Maybe you should say that more often. I feel like anything I've said during the Seaman streams, I should not say more often. Or maybe at all, ever again. Probably shouldn't have said it in the first place. Oh, Omega the big robot. Like E103 or whatever, that one? E101 something Omega? That's the robot? I guess I didn't think of him as like being called Omega, and that was my mistake. Okay. Now we can do it. They couldn't evolve him anymore without him just being a person. Maybe that's what the second game is. I don't know how this ends. No spoilers, please. Maybe he turns into a dude, and then Seaman 2 is like raising the primitive dude man. And it's supposed to be a direct sequel. I don't know. That would be awesome, though. What am I looking for? Seaman.
You want stars? I'll give you stars.
Hey, Saint Silican. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. How was your stream? Anyone not following Saint Silicanth, great streamer and musician. Just got affiliate. Congrats on that. And thank you so much for bringing your community over. How y'all doing? Hey, Feeclay, what's going on? Welcome. Thanks for coming in. We're playing Seaman on the Sega Dreamcast. And we're about to just real quick start a second save file on another VMU as a sort of sacrificial aquarium. Just trying to get some moth eggs.
Does not contain saved Seaman data. Would you like to create new data?
Yes. Okay, so yeah, the big robot. He's in Team Dark with Shadow and Rouge. Gotcha. Seaman 2 was the top-selling game during the week of its release in Japan at 33,000 copies. Okay. The game sold a total of 61,878 copies in the region in 2007, so it sold half of its total sales in its first week. Yeah, I feel like the people who are going to buy that like were ready for it, and everyone else, like I don't think there's any kind of marketing campaign. I don't know, actually. I feel like you see it and you just know whether it's for you or not. I don't know if any marketing campaign is going to change that. But then again, I don't know, because I do remember the marketing campaign for Seaman in North America. I remember the magazine ads very clearly, because it is like a photograph of the corner of a bed with a fishtail draping out from the covers, and then a man's foot sticking out on top of it, like he's lying on top of the fish. And he's also under the covers. So it's like a shot taken of a man fucking a fish, and that was their ad for the Seaman that they put in magazines for people to see, and then want to purchase the product. Hey, Double Dingle, what's going on? Welcome. We're just raising Seaman. How you doing?
Jean-Paul Gasset. You'll witness
Thanks for coming in.
before you a phenomenon like no other, a man of the sea, Seaman. This legendary creature will be dependent on you for its life's blood. You'll begin.
What'd you walk into?
Gasset's
Leonard
laboratory.
Nimoy.
Where
The
is
dulcet
this
tones of
laboratory?
Leonard Nimoy.
What awaits you within?
Do you know
You have no
Seaman?
idea what Seaman
Is there a commercial? There might have been. I don't remember the commercial.
This is something you must find
I
out for
read
yourself.
EGM like religiously, and a bunch of other gaming magazines too. Like I would read anything with a video game on the cover, but EGM was
And I will
my
be your
magazine.
guide.
But I remember seeing that one.
Well,
And even as a
this is
child,
your
feeling
first
like
day with
that's
the Seaman kit.
that's a
Your
choice.
first step will involve preparing the tank
It's a
for
choice.
Seaman's arrival. Adjust the tank settings to be an adequate temperature.
Now
with
you see,
sufficient
man.
oxygen.
Now you don't.
While adjusting, keep in mind that blue is the color of the sea, and thus an appropriate color for the care of Seaman.
Oh, so you like the
Then
Seaman
take
ad
the
and the
egg
Playboy
from the
game?
storage
Should have been
matrix
bundled.
and
Yeah, they
place
should have
it
put it
in
with
the
the
tank.
the striptease
water's
mahjong
temperature
games,
is
of
key
which
to
there
the
are at
functioning
least
of the
like
egg.
7 or 8
Once
on the
hatched,
Sega Saturn.
the Nautilus will play a very important role in Seaman's development. Each time you visit this laboratory, I'll be here to offer advice and guidance. If you tire of my voice, you may press the start button to skip
Who
at any
could
time.
tire of Leonard Nimoy's
Very well.
voice?
Let us proceed.
Who is this
with the
person?
tank.
Because I don't think I want to know them. Great Seamans. Think alike. Nice try. Nice try. Okay, it's just becoming second nature now. This is the third time I've done this evening. It's the third time. But I observed some cool things. Like, I was so confused the first time I did this, you know? And I didn't know what I was looking for, and I didn't know what I was doing. Check this out. This is pretty cool. A little early. You gotta save that for when they burst out of the Nautilus, but it's the right idea. I'm Freak, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. Honestly, I must know all about Seaman. Gather round, let me tell you a tale. Nice try. Well, just from this week alone, if we were to follow the monthly quota thing, like I could get you to say once a month, we'd be good until probably 2040. I can retire from streaming. Pack it in, we're done. We got everything we needed. I almost said, what is the line you're always trying to get people to say? Mop up. Come and mop up. Come and mop up. Boys. You bought in? Hell yeah. You just said it and I didn't even mention it. It's just that I enunciated so clearly and paused so emphatically. Like it didn't sound like the thing, right? Right? So I just realized, oh, I'm making it too hot. Are these not working tonight? No. We're just getting the English. Why is that? I don't know. Oh yeah, I was gonna say when you came in, if it's cool, I turned them off for tonight because I was like more than an hour and a half late to the stream. I had a lot of issues trying to get it together for this stream. Like I put it out in the Discord, but like it was frantically trying to like come up with all these like research and trying to find a way around the predicament. And then like get the VMUs working and like they weren't working. And then it's like a lot of things. And it just kept getting later and later. And it was also kind of like frustrating because it didn't work. So I had to restart the game again. And since I was so late and I felt so bad about making people wait, I just wanted to get like right to the games because like Sodenbordy's game is up tonight. So if it's cool, I'll just do it on the next one. Yeah, thank you. Thanks for understanding. I just didn't want to like add one more thing to get in the way of the video games. What kind of books y'all read in your book club? It's mostly genre fiction so far, but it's been like sci-fi and fantasy. So some things on the wheel right now. So community members like pick a book and then we spin the wheel and randomly decide what we're going to read next. But like on the wheel for next time, we've got like a Witcher book. The second Witcher book. We read the first Witcher book together. The first Vampire Hunter D novel, which I'm very excited about. Thank you again, Altizen, for letting us all know about that awesome sale with all the Vampire Hunter D books. Like, you love the Witcher books? I did too. Have you read them all? The first one was so good. I loved it. I've been wanting to read the second one. We read Elantris by Brandon Sanderson. We read Hell House by Richard Matheson. We read The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, which is very fun for me to revisit. But we had the person who put it on the wheel had never read Douglas Adams before, so it was fun talking with them. And yeah, it's been a mix of stuff. Sodenbori just had Samurai Shortstop come up this past month, which was a cool story about like Japan in the early 1900s, like transitioning from like basically when the Emperor outlawed like samurai and like the class system officially, and you have like the aftermath of that, and then like it's the story of a young boy at boarding school learning baseball. But yeah, mostly genre fiction though. If you want to know and have any interest, and that's anyone who's hanging out in the Discord server, we have a book club channel, and you can see some of the things we've read. We do other fun stuff too, and we would love to have you. The first time was a real catcher? Yeah, okay. Well. Did the Seaman VMU shit out? No. So what happened was that this is the thing I didn't notice before, is like you could zoom in on this and like see it, like see the cells dividing, which I was just like looking around the tank, so I didn't notice, but we can watch this whole process play out. It takes a few minutes. I ran out of food, and since I dropped the moth in the tank, like I didn't have any insect that could lay more eggs, and so like there was just no way, like I'm fucked on this save file, like there's nothing I can do, and there's no way to get like more food pellets. So then I tried getting another VMU, because you can't copy save files from one VMU to another. Some of them have like the copy protection, so you can't move them, which is very frustrating. The only thing you can do is like take two VMUs and like link them together like this, and then like use the screen functionality to trade foodstuffs. But like my first thought was, I don't want to just give them food pellets, because like I'll have to continue to do that because there's no ecosystem in the insect tank. It's just dead zone. I don't have it on this tank, but so I tried to like, and I shouldn't have done it, but I was trying to do it to get it ready for the stream. That's why the stream is so late. I was trying to like jump in, do some Seaman raising, jump out, change the console clock, bump it forward like 12 hours. And I just did that, and I got up to the point I was in my normal save file, and the insect cage never appeared. Like they never mentioned it. Nimoy didn't say anything about it. It just wouldn't spawn. And I ran out of food pellets again. So I got nothing out of it. So I had to restart again on the other VMU, and I just like brought over the food. So I still have to fix that situation. Like I have to like progress this to the point where we get the insect cage. I'm going to try it again. I'm not going to speed run it. I'm going to just play it leisurely in the background, and hopefully the other Seamans survive long enough for this sacrificial Seaman tank to get the insects. Here we go. So I can take all their shit over to the other one, and yep, that's their fate. That's their fates. I'm sorry, y'all. Hey, Street, what's going on? Look, I'm sorry, but I want to swat Seaman with a rolled-up newspaper. He kind of deserves it sometimes, not gonna lie. It's not the way I want to raise him. Like, I'm trying to, just verbalize with him and, get him to understand that he's being a little fucker. But sometimes he pushes it. Game seems deep. There's a lot to it. It's, it's not so intuitive really at times. I mean, Leonard Nimoy tells you what to do, but sometimes he's kind of vague. Like, for this situation, originally he was just like, the Nautilus will play an important role. And I didn't even know. At first, when it started eating these, I thought I fucked up. And I was like, I was desperate to try and keep them away. It ate like 4 of them. I was like, shit. So I was like always trying to get them, like tapping to get them to go somewhere else in the tank so they would stay away. Turns out you're supposed to let them get eaten by the Nautilus because they're parasites. And that's how they get born into the Seamans. They like get consumed by the Nautilus and they go inside. Like, yeah, it eats a few. And they like start eating it from the inside, and they burst out as little, like, Seaman babies after, like, a day. It's very deep. And yet, it's a fairly deep tank. Yeah, it's pretty deep. Game seems deep. There's a pun coin right there. You know what? I'm so busy earnestly talking about all the cool things about this game. Didn't even catch it until after the fact. It's a good one, though. Nautilus. Oh, did you just join the Discord server? Oh, thank you so much. Welcome in. Glad to have you. So yeah, if you might be in ads right now, but if you're not, there is a book club channel. How can you dislike this face, right? I don't. Sometimes I dislike the attitude. And really, do I even dislike it that much? It's you know, maybe it's kind of refreshing to get a little bit of pushback. Okay, and we're off. So we have a new start here on memory card number 2. And we just have to raise them side by side. And that's my life now. That's my life, raising multiple Seaman files, multiple Seamans and multiple tanks for the foreseeable future. Try and keep one alive. He's judging me and I can't take the pressure. Okay.
Would you like to save and end the
I'm so ready to end this session because I'm trying to go do some crimes. No, stop some crimes. We're stopping crimes. We're going to play a game called True Crime, Streets of LA, which I'm excited about. So, Morty, you've been so patient. I'm so sorry it took me so long to get here. And after all that, the reason I kept putting it off is because I wanted to play it on the PS2, but I hadn't done all the free McBoot stuff yet. And then all that to say, like, we're going to play it on the Super PS2 for now. Because, like, transitioning console to console is a lot of moving wires and changing. So after all that, like, I'm sorry. Quick break while the ads are here. I'll be right back. Time for True Crime. See y'all in just a minute.